The weight itself, it came down a couple pounds from where I started, but one of my problems in the past is I was always so focused on those numbers that I wasn't paying attention to anything else around it. Dude, my mobility has improved so much. My cardio has improved so much. My mental health has improved so much from doing this program. And I can't thank you guys enough for. I'm glad I did it. I did. There's no other way to really put it other than I'm grateful that I did it.
Mm, man, that's heartwarming to hear, man. That's why we're doing it, right? Is to have outcomes like that and to keep making that kind of progress and to have something that actually makes sense for firefighters. So it's been a few months since you started, and I want to take this as a chance to revisit like the entire story. So, like, remind me what had you coming in the front door in the first place? Like, why did you even consider signing up? What were you looking for when you joined to begin with? Like, put yourself back into when you first started. Like, what made you be like, this, I have to do something about this? What were you looking to accomplish?
Yeah. So just starting off, um, having a kid, I was kind of putting health, everything off to the side. Work was kind of a mess. So I was more struggling on the stress of things and not how to fix it.
Mm,
And it got to a point to where I had a call to where I had to carry a bunch of heavy equipment quite a long ways and then be expected to perform the job once I got the equipment to the spot. And even though I did it at the end, I mean, I was just gassed. And
mm,
being my age, there's no reason for that. There's absolutely no excuse for it. And um, just wanting to be able to chase after my young kids. I got my young boy that's now he's in the chase me dad mode. So it's like, okay, we got to find something that works. And
Yeah.
I know I used to be with a trainer, but their ideal approach to things was more or less, well, statistics say your height, you need to be this weight. Or,
Mm,
well, we're building your muscles up almost more or less like I'm doing a bodybuilder show. And it's
mm,
not tailored to what I'm actually doing with the job and what the job requires.
mm. Yeah.
So it was trying to find a workout program that's going to get me back in shape, but it's going to go more in detail to what specifies for the job.
Mm. Okay. So, in short, kind of frustrated with some other plans that you had seen, didn't really think it made sense. Everything else kind of wasn't checking out the way you wanted it to be. And with this, you were able to kind of get your, mobility and your endurance in track in a way that actually makes sense for the job. Is that right?
Yes.
Awesome. And what would you say would be the key defining characteristic? Like how has the coaching been? How has the program been? The support you've received? Do you think that, you started by saying like, hey, this works and this program has had a lot of benefits for you. My question is, has it like fulfilled what you wanted or more than?
More,
Mm,
way more.
yeah. Tell me,
And
tell me why. I'm interested in hearing that.
yeah, so coming into the program, it's I was under the impression of like once I was kind of getting started into things, it was kind of going back to what I've done before. Okay, you're tracking your macros and your micros. We're going to give you kind of a little bit of a workout program with it. So that was kind of like, okay, so we're going back to what I did before, but looking right away at like the mobility protocol. And then like movement day A, stuff like that. You're like, well, you watch the videos and then you're like, oh, well, they even explain why each exercise is tailored to that or what it does for you in the fire service. So right away, that was a key difference that I was able to figure out. So
Mm.
it's like, okay, so it gave me a little bit more trust in the process.
Yeah.
And I start doing it, starting to realize the mobility's back. I mean, by April, we hired a bunch of new guys, and you can tell they were as green gets. And it's like, okay, no, this is how you advance a hose line while you're spraying. You know, I'm down there with them. I'm down on my knees. I'm doing the stretching and everything. And it's like, I got done. Man, I felt like I was 24 again.
Mm.
I'm like, hey, buddy, daddy's on a phone call real quick. Okay. Go sit with Sissy. Um, so it's kind of like, okay, that's difference number one. Um, my endurance at the biggest improvement was so on Memorial Day. This is when I really knew that this program was working. Um, on Memorial Day, went in for shift, and my new captain decided to hit me with, "Hey, why don't we honor the troops? Let's do the MRF today. Let's do a team building exercise. Let's do the MRF." Completely caught me off guard. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, it's a good thing that the exercises and the mobility workouts, all that stuff that I've been doing, I'm like, okay, well, let's test it. I got no choice now. I can't be the only guy on shift that says, no way, I'm not doing it.
Mm.
And I wound up doing the whole thing without stopping. My captain did one lap, starting off with like the mile run that you do. He made it one lap and was out.
Mm.
I'm still going. I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll see you when it's time to start the calisthenics, dude. Because you know, it was a great feeling. Um, and then I think at the end too, and I was talking to Coach Brittany about this morning because I did like my follow up with her. Um, week, I want to say it was like week 13 or 14. So I was like, all right, we put all the steps together, but then it kind of hit a point, and it's not. I told her it's not so much a con once I understood everything. It was when you put the morning routine together. So now it's like, okay, yeah, it was easy doing 3 to 4 steps a day. It was like, man, I'm crushing it, nailing it, nailing it, nailing it. Now it's like, okay, I'm trying to balance family life. My father-in-law had to have his 4th open heart surgery, so I was trying to take care of him, take care of my household, take care of work. And I was like, all right, there's got to be some kind of way. I'm like, I've been doing all this stuff, and I think that's why it was hard for me to like physically try to keep looking at the app to make sure I was tracking everything. It was like mentally, I'm doing things in between,
Mm-hmm.
um, but I wasn't tracking it. So that's one of my issues I was having. But then when I hit week, I think it was 15, the morning protocol. I watched that video 3 or 4 times, and I was like, it all makes sense now. I could literally knock out half of these things by getting off my lazy ass, wake up an hour earlier than I normally do. And I mean, the guys at the station will be the first ones to vouch. I'm one of those dudes. Our shift changes 7. I will stay in bed till 6:30 and
Mm.
sleep. Ever since going over the morning routine and implementing it, they're coming downstairs at 6 o'clock, and I'm already sitting there having coffee. And they're like, "Are you sick? Like, are you okay?" It's like, no, it's like, and I keep raving about the system at work. I'm like, look, I'm like, yes, if you have the every means to just dial everything in. I mean, dude, if I would have kept personally, if I would have kept tracking as hard as I was doing everything, I think I'd even be a couple pounds leaner.
Yep.
You know, I have to take responsibility for my own actions on everything too. You know, I paid for the program. 90% of what I had to do was on me. You guys
Mm.
gave me the tools. I had to implement it.
Mm.
But as far as doing the workouts and everything, I'm like, my mobility, it's just back. Like and that alone has helped me like motivate me even more. Now the morning
Mm.
routines, it's like, okay, waking up, I'm doing the visualizing, I'm doing the meditating, I'm doing the stretching. I break down the resting squats in 5 3-minute sections every morning. It's like I get done with that. Okay, Weather Broken, Illinois. Guess what? I got the nature trail by my house, and I start off every morning doing a 2.5-mile walk down the nature trail back to my house. I get done with that, and it's like, okay, oh good, it's already been an hour. Great. start brewing up the coffee. Then I sit outside and relax, enjoy the outdoors for a couple minutes, have my morning coffee. And then it's like, yeah, and then I get done, and as I'm sitting there drinking the coffee, I'm in the app. Oh, look, I've already got 4,000 steps for the day. That's a cool start. Oh, by the way, I've already done this, and this. So it's like once everything came together, and then I was shown in that week, like, hey, if you do it like this, you'll knock most of this stuff out without even realizing. That is
Hmm.
just like, okay, well, here, let's just track the food for the day. You
Yep.
know, keep an eye on. I have the obviously the app that works on my watch, so it's like I'm always tracking how many steps I have for the day. So it's like, all right, I'm a little short, so let's boost it up a bit. Um, the only thing that I haven't, and I talked to Coach about it this morning too. The only thing I haven't been doing recently is the workouts because I have like a day after I did the Murph, felt great. Well, pain wise, felt great, but I felt something in my knee, and I'm like, all right, I can't get into the doctor until June 16th to figure out like it's one of those like, all right, I have not felt this before, and I'm hoping it's just like the hey, you're getting older, so
Yeah.
maybe it's just a step with that, but hoping not to tear or anything like that, but be just trying to get through everything else throughout the day, make sure still doing a small walk, getting the exercise in, the meditation, all that stuff. And it has just mentally changed my mind.
Mm.
If I couldn't do what I'm doing now back in January, February, there was no way, not a chance.
Mm.
And that mindset was irritating to me. It affected mentally. Now it's night and day difference.
Mm.
I'm happier, and I don't know how else to put it. It just at the end of the day when I'm looking back at this, it's like it works.
Mm.
And it's like now I'm just excited to take all those steps and just keep it going. It's just like my wife, today's her last day at work for the summer. She's a teacher. So now it's like, okay, guess what? I get a solid 3 months now of where I can take 30 minutes out of my day and say, hey, you got the kids. I'm going to go take care of these things.
Mm.
I'm going to dial this in, go into the fall and just keep it rolling, keep the process, keep the mentality going. So that way, there's no, I don't want to, like no lapse. It's just, we're going to go from here.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm killing my body to make sure that I stay in shape, but I'm noticing the differences through this program.
Mm.
And I can't thank you guys enough for it.
Yeah.
I really can't.
Thank you. And thank you for being the type of person that follows through on it, that has been doing the work. And I think you bring up a good point because there's a reason that it's placed very specifically at that part of your program because I've done it enough. I do it myself. I'm like, how do we make this like all, because if there's no structure to it, then it'll feel like, oh, my non-negotiables feel kind of like a lot. It's like, oh
Right.
no, let's knock out 60% of them in the first 20 minutes of your day, and then we'll be good to go. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And
So
you don't even think about it. Like
that's
you
the
just
point.
you
Yep.
watch the videos and then it's like, okay. And then you do it for a week and then you're like, damn. Like,
Yeah. Now all I got to do is get my workouts in and stay on top of my nutrition.
exactly.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's just it.
Yep. That's the whole idea, man. It goes back to a concept that I learned in martial arts, which was the things you do first get done, right? And that's the
Mhm.
reason for that whole routine. So really nice, and I couldn't be more proud of you. And I want to end with this, which is all of these things, this program, I am biased as the one who designed it, that I think this is the best program there is for firefighters, for longevity, for health, for sustainability, for like how to live as a firefighter, not just be a firefighter.
Right.
And, I should believe that. But the thing is it doesn't matter how good the program is at all. It doesn't matter how good it is if you aren't the type of person that's willing to like show up, do the work, and put in the effort. And just because of what you've described, like words are what they are, right? The true showcase here is what's the actual actions that I took and the results that I got. So for that, that's you, man. So I want to acknowledge, like, we appreciate as coaches people who show up and are actually invested in themselves and invested in doing the program. So thank you.
You know?
That's what it takes.